What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining the Five Nights at Freddy's lore now. So, the Fnaf lore started with William Afton. If you guys don't know who this is, he is one of the creators of the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Anyways, he had a friend named Henry Emily, and he always had a dream to make a restaurant that had a dancing bear. Sadly, he couldn't train a bear, so he decided to get Henry Emily, smart brain, amazing technologist engineer, and his smart brain, put them together and made two animatronics, Spring Bonnie and Fredbear. Both of the suits were wearable, but while being wearable, they were also able to become animatronics. This started Fredbear's Family Diner. It was a normal day. William Afton had an amazing life with three sons: Elizabeth, Evan, Michael, and his wife. Henry was sadly, single at this time, and had one daughter named Charlie Emily, or Charlotte, some call her. Anyways, it was a normal day, and it was Evan's birthday. Evan went to his dad's restaurant, Fredbear's Family Diner, until his brother decided to pull a prank. His brother and three of his friends grabbed a Foxy, Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie mask and put him up close and said, "Do you want to kiss Fredbear?" He said, "No, no, no," and started crying like usual. They were in animatronic mode, so sadly, the tears messed with the spring locks, and the spring locks went off and bit off his frontal lobe. After this happened, William became extremely hateful towards Michael, believing that it was his fault, even though it was William's creation. We then move on to William closing the place down, and that ends the Bite of 83. After the Bite of 83, William opens a new restaurant called Sister Location, where his daughter dies. Now, I just want to say this happens in the events before Bite of 83, but I forgot about it until now. Anyways, he tells Elizabeth not to go to Circus Baby, due to Circus Baby putting children inside of her and killing them. Of course, she loves Circus Baby, because, it was the animatronic made for her, so she went to it anyways and broke her father's rule. She was then stuffed inside of it, and his father became more furious. Eventually, Michael was done. Michael started having nightmares about this stuff, about his brother dying, and had nightmares about the Nightmare animatronics, which takes place in Fnaf 4. After all these nightmares, he decides to get a job, but this doesn't happen till later. After opening Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Now, before I explain this part of the lore, I just want to say one thing about this. All of the animatronics in this game were murdered by William Afton when he lured them in by telling them he can give them special prizes. He then killed them with a knife and stuffed them into the animatronics to avoid being arrested. I just wanted to mention that because this is the first time that this happens. A new place with new animatronics. Sadly, it shut down pretty quickly due to the Bite of 87. Which happened, I think it was after the Bite of 83, but not the Bite of 87. It then moves on to the toy animatronics, which takes place after the first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Now, again, this happens a lot. From this point on, every new animatronic are kids stuffed into suits after William kills them. Just letting you know. Up until the spring lock death where he dies, but we'll talk about that later. But just wanted to let y'all know that from this point on, every new animatronic is a new kid killed. Now, just letting you guys know, the withered animatronics in FNAF 2 are not the same animatronics as FNAF 1. They're from a different restaurant that he made before. He opens a new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but the kid version, and introducing the toy animatronics. Michael gets a job here, and, of course, is haunted by the animatronics. The withered ones get up, including withered Foxy, Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie. This place again shuts down due to the bite of 87. Then, finally, we get to the 1990s, I think, or in the 1980s, late 1980s. The Fnaf 1 location, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. After Freddy Fazbear's Pizza opened, we had 4 new animatronics and a secret one. The secret one was Golden Freddy or Fredbear. Now, this animatronic was being possessed by 2. One of them was his son Evan, William Afton's son Evan, and the other was Cassidy, who I think was stuffed into the suit. Anyways, with 2 animatronics, he was barely able to move, or with 2 children possessing him, he was barely able to move, and Golden Freddy was always sitting down due to not being able to move due to 2 children controlling him. We then get the classic animatronics, Freddy, Foxy, Chica, and Bonnie. This then starts Michael's new job. I think, now, this is just a theory. I don't know if Michael worked at all these places. But again, like the rest of the other restaurants, this place shut down due to problems. We then move on to Fnaf 3. Fnaf 3 happened a while ago, and I'm going to tell you guys what happened. In the first Fnaf location, William Afton decides to disassemble all of the animatronics into parts. The kid souls come out and chase after him. He goes into the back room to find the yellow spring Bonnie suit and jumps into it, laughing at the kids. Sadly, it was raining and it was leaking, which caused the spring locks to go loose. And William Afton was then locked in the room by the children to die. We then move on to the Fnaf 3 location. A bunch of workers found a location, and after finding this location, they decided to make it a haunted house. So it was doing pretty good until he found a real one, William Afton. After being locked up in the same room for 40 whole years, William Afton was finally back. After William Afton being back, finally gets a taste. I'm pretty sure Michael was working here at the time, and William goes to attack Michael, until Michael gets gas and lights it on fire and runs away. This creates Scrap Trap, who then becomes Burn Trap in the later series. Anyways, after Scrap Trap is so annoyed, we then get another one. After every restaurant shuts down, we get another restaurant. The Fnaf 6 location included 4 new animatronics, Orville Elephant, Mr. Hippo, and then we got the pig, and the frog. I forgot their names. And then we get the old animatronics in Rockstar forms. My personal favorite is Rockstar Foxy. Anyways, Henry decides to burn the place down, but before he does, he gets Michael there and every animatronic ever to get there. Now, this is where more lore comes in. At the sister location, before it shut down, Ennard was made, which was a scrap of all of the animatronics except for Baby, including Funtime Foxy, Funtime Freddy, and Ballora. They were all stuffed inside and made Ennard. Anyways, Ennard was also burnt down along with Molten Freddy and Scrap Trap. This led to Ultimate Custom Night. Now, the theory is Ultimate Custom Night is a living hell for William Afton. And it is. It's where every animatronic William Afton ever made tortures him for eternity. We then get Security Breach, which was built on top of the burnt-down pizzeria. It was a whole pizzaplex, like a mall, and was huge, and kids loved it there. Until one day, this happened. Before the pizzaplex was made, they decided to... Fazbear Entertainment made a VR game. Making the VR game, William Afton, a protester, or not, I forgot. What are they called, the ones that test the game? They tested the game, and after testing the game, William Afton's codes while making the game were sucked into the game, so he can control the person, being Vanessa, and make her revive him. She then became Vanny. She then took control of every animatronic and made them evil to hunt down Gregory. for some... I just hit... Sorry. Anyways. After this, William Afton eventually comes back. Again. I don't know how. But I guess she was charging up his dead body and he came back. After the place burnt down, Freddy and Gregory then escaped. This then led to a new chapter. Ruin. After the place was burnt down and destroyed, this girl named Cassie comes to find her friend Gregory. Turns out to not be Gregory. She looks all around the pizzeria and does all this work to figure out what's going on and where to find him. After figuring out it's not her and remembering she loved this place, Roxy protects her from the mimic. She runs and puts the mimic in the scooper and destroys him. After destroying him, the game ends, and that's all we have for now. Now, I was only going to cover the games, not the books, and I'm sorry if the whole lore wasn't explained, but I'm not going to make a whole 1 hour long video. I will make that soon, but right now this is kind of just a summary. But I will make a new video soon that has all of the details of the lore. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace out.